right? Even if I bleep it.
I think it'll land a little. I think it'll
just to each other. Oh my God, this video is private again. It says it again.
Wait, it said it last time. Let me see.
Let me see. But get on yours now. I mean, it looks to be that it says live.
Yeah, let me see before you make a big
I'm not
fuss.
going to. Okay, all right. All right.
Make a big fuss about it.
But if it's private, I guess that means that just our subscribers can watch, and that means we can't get a new audience. See, this is the thing.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Oh, wait. This is
it says live. It says new.
I'm on the Tony Soto Show's account. Maybe that's why.
No. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I can.
But it still doesn't let me see the recording like it used to do. So,
I mean, I can see it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take your word for it.
I'm also subscribed. Should I unsubscribe and see?
Well, maybe. Do you want to do a quick test and unsubscribe, and then see if you can see it?
I'm unsubscribing.
I just do not understand this YouTube. Is there but there's no alternative to it, right? There's no. This is where they get you, and this is why we need a meteor to just.
Yeah, it works. I don't know what the issue is on your side. I just don't know.
Well, just the interesting thing is, like, I'm the one who is streaming the video, so the fact it usually gives me my own little special screen, but that is not the case anymore. So
I think the big thing is YouTube doesn't like you, but it's fine with our show because it appears to want other people to see it. But I think you are the issue for YouTube.
Okay. Well, you know what? Good. We're here for speculation. That's what this whole show is based on. So if that's we're just staying on brand, it just sounds kind of mean to me, is all I'm saying. And a bit racist. And the homophobia of it. Oh. Hello, YouTube. I can't see you, but I hope you're here. I can't see who's watching. I can't see who's talking.
I mean, let's be real. If anyone's watching, it's probably Alan. And maybe
hi, Alan. Oh, shit. Oh, it says two people. Oh, wait. Is this?
I mean, I was on. It might be counting.
No, we have a Stephen Ray Hernandez in the house. Hey. Yeah, he's in the chat. See, I just want to be able to
SRH. Come
pop out this chat. I found my page. I found it. The thing is it
is you. You're the problem.
Okay, great. Well, now that we've established that.
You found it. It's been working this whole time, and you were just ranting and raving about something that was solvable.
You know what? When you carry the weight of everything, when you carry it as diligently as I do typically on beautiful broad shoulders.
Look, I pay the SoundCloud dues. You know, I do my part. I do my part. I host it. Take me away and see what happens. Have another gay power. Have another. Will you guys another?
How many years?
Just coming every week.
How many years have we done this show?
Come on, a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, you know me. I can't keep track. I thought we've been living in Los Angeles for 10 years for like the last 3 years. So.
Yeah, no, we're not there yet. It's going to be 9.
It's going to be only 9?
9 in September. Oh. Stephen Ray. Well, there was no Hernandez after that. You didn't have your full name in there. Well, anyway, so you can't see the chats though, right? In case you're not looking at them.
Do you want me to?
No, I don't care. I mean, yeah. I mean, if we're both saying the same screen, you could. Is all I'm saying.
Okay. Well,
You could technically do it. That would be another thing you could do.
Gotcha.
Add it to the list.
Adding it to the list. But you know what? The list is so long.
But hello, YouTube. Thank you so much to the 2 or 3 people that usually subscribe. And then the 10 or 11 that watch after. I mean, we've got our numbers we're getting the tens of people. The tens.
I'm also realizing that you just, why did you say Stephen Ray Hernandez when clearly his name is Stephen Ray Martinez?
Did I say Hernandez?
The first time you did, yeah.
Oh, did I? Oh, I thought he was saying that his name was Stephen Ray Martinez Hernandez. And I was like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? But I misread Martinez and said Hernandez.
I think one reason why we don't, there are various things I could say about that.
Well, listen, all right, I've been smoking marijuana all day long, okay? And I have been reading a lot of Duolingo, so the Martinezes and the Hernandezes and the Juans and the whatnots get a little cloudy after a while.
I know. I just want to let all of the people who are tuning in, maybe not live, coming in a little bit later, and they see Tony say, "I've been smoking weed all day long." I just want to be clear: it's 10 o'clock
Pacific time.
So all day long. How long? How high are you at 10 a.m. in the morning on a Wednesday?
Well, high enough to think that Martinez said Hernandez. That's high. Right? I'm smoking good weed. Thank you, Steven, for tuning in and watching this train wreck live. See, you're getting fresh. You're getting invited in and included. Congrats. Casey, do you want to do a show?
Yeah.
Because you have a job. I know.
I have a job I have to be at for several more days.
When is she done?
With this iteration, Friday. And then I'm gone on a trip for 10 days with the company. Then I don't have work for 5 days. Then I'm gone for 3 weeks. What is everyone going to do without me?
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
How will you live without
I got to
me?
ask myself, am I going to
want to know.
Am I going to bring on a substitute, or am I going to take a break? Are we
take a September break? I mean, we'll figure it out.
Take a September break, she says. Yeah. I could take I guess I could. This is a lot that you're asking of our audience to deal with, is to take a month break. It's very easy to lose interest when we
not a month, 3 weeks.
When we only have Steven, watching us live. So.
You don't even know his last name. How dare you bring him in?
Listen, Mr. Hernandez is fine. All right.
It's Martinez. And I'm the racist.
No, when it's me, it's just a couple of POCs
giving it to each other. You'll never you'll never know what he's talking about.
Oh my God. Listen, even before we come on the YouTubes, the things that we say that we can't say on the internet are just, how can I make that the opener? All right. Listen, we need to do a show because you got to go to work.
Please.
And I have to
smoke my weed.
Pack this bowl again now. Well, I like to start the show with a green hit.
Green says go. And it also means once Tony starts, green hit also means that I know that I'll be fighting for some microphone time today. So why not? A little morning exercise never hurt anyone.
Oh, that sounds like a request for submission. Maybe we'll see. I'm pretty impassioned about this.
I want you to talk
one of the topics you don't even know anything about.
I don't know anything about
it. And you
tell
me to tell you all about it.
Well, I can't wait to hear everything that you have to say.
Are we gonna do the show then?
Yes.
All right, let's go for like a 3, 2.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gay Power Half Hour, the only gay podcast on the internet that's just like a brawl in Ohio, because we're bringing America together one chair to the face at a time. with folding chair number 1, Casey Lai, and
coming straight for your dome, Tony Soto. Now, just to clarify, Casey,
tell me, I don't know anything
Alabama,
about it.
It was in Ohio. Ohio, I do not think has any shoreline in it.
And there's a lot of lakes.
And is there? I don't know.
Hi. A Great Lake.
Hello, everyone out there listening to the Gay Power Half Hour. And of course, watching us live on the YouTubes. We've been told we don't talk about it enough. So if you're listening to our voices, you can also see our faces. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Gay Power Half Hour. And you can find our love-hate affair with the YouTubes. Hi, Case.
Hi, Tony. Sorry I got the states wrong. Sometimes I forget that Alabama and Ohio are different. And then sometimes they remind you that they are different.
Well, the thing is, it's like Ohio and Alabama, I think, are probably pretty similar, you know. I'm sure there's just equal amounts of racism there. I think there's a lot of ignorant whites. But Ohio is on the good list today, whereas Montgomery, Alabama is we're figuring it out. We're figuring out what list there. They're already not going to indict any of the people on hate crimes. But
what you're saying is today, Ohio makes a list of states that you won't wish to be swept away in a natural disaster today.
Well, yes. Well, look. Come what may with the disasters, I'm not going to ever wish any of them away. I think that, let their Lord do what their Lord wants to do. All right. That's what I say about that. However, I think that from what we saw perhaps in Ohio is that conservative politicians have fucking rigged the system so hard, and we as a collective have been so lazy that it's been kind of easy for them to fucking rob us blind and shit. But
how about you frame it a little bit? What are you talking about?
Well, so look, in Ohio, we're going to start with Ohio. They had put something on. They had like a pre-election thing.
It was they were voting for a change in the way that the legislature is allowed to, or that the state can vote for amendments, because
basically trying to do what the Senate does, what our Senate does, right? It's like not 50-50.
So what they were trying to do is take away the ability to have ballot initiatives change the Constitution. So right now in Ohio, you can there can be a ballot initiative which essentially amends the Constitution, and they want that they want to have one for abortion rights to protect abortion into the Ohio Constitution. The legislature got worried because it's a gerrymandered Republican supermajority. Basically, I don't know if it's a supermajority, but it's definitely a majority, and they were trying to get they were trying to get the state to vote to amend the way that they changed the Constitution to up the threshold to 60%. And that's like a really hard thing to do, especially in a state like Ohio. And it was voted down overwhelmingly.
And I just think
which means that they're going to, which was a sign that, again, the abortion rights issue is a major motivator for voters, even in quote unquote red states.
I think that even in red states, I feel like what conservative politicians have lost, even in the way of conservatives, is like conservatism. The whole basis of it is small government. Don't fuck with me, government. Don't bother me, government. And what they're seeing on the conservative political side now is, I want your body. I want to look at your body. I want to judge your body. I want to see your body, especially if it's different. I want to see if it's trans. I want to see it. I want to see it in bright lights. You can't have abortions. We don't want that to happen. And
I also want to see your kids' genitals to make sure they're not trans. Show me your kids' genitals.
Under the guise that if they want to play sports, because it's still straight. And it's just all very, very weird and perverted. If you think, if you really think about it, like how creepy conservatives are about bodies and genitals. And
I don't have to really think about it. They're pretty creepy just from, surface level thinking.
Yeah. So, but this is a situation where it's like, okay, look, because I can't remember. It's one of the I states, right? It was either Iowa or Idaho or something. They did this. They had an abortion thing on one of their ballots, and it overwhelmingly went in the favor of the liberal leaning position. And it's just the same way here. And it's like, if you go and you try to infringe on people and their space, even the dumbest of conservative is going to be like, that's a little weird. I mean, we all have wives, we all have mothers, we all have sisters, we all have grandmothers, we all have that. It's all that.
I wouldn't let the dumbest of conservatives off the hook, because 43% of people still voted, voted for whatever.
I never try to go to change the whole world, honey. I just
I agree with you 100%.
I just want the most. All right.
Agreed.
I don't care about the minority.
Well, but the problem is that the Republicans in state after state have been proving the most doesn't matter, because they're doing what they can. And this is what you're talking about with gerrymandering, but it's also with initiatives like this that try to change the way that voting happens to mean that you need not just 59%, which is an overwhelming majority of people. You need 60%, which is like impossible in this fucking day and age. But we just proved, they just proved in Ohio that nearly 60% of people, and I wish they would do this with fucking gun rights. I wish they would do it with gun rights, because it would show that 80% of fucking people want it. And gun rights are not quite as visceral as abortion, which is proving to be super resilient. And honestly, in the end, like the constitutional or the Supreme Court decision, Dobbs, that took the right away, is absolute fucking bullshit. But it's going to go down as a real Republican blunder. And let's be real, I know judges are partisan, but they're Republicans up in the Supreme Court, and they thought they were fucking plopping some red meat onto the plates of these mouth-breathing meat eaters. But instead, it's proving to be quite the resilient issue for the left.
It's one of those moments where you're like, look, abortion is going to come back. At some point, it will be back. And in the meantime, if you're going to say take it to the states, they're going to take it to the states. And it's proving that the states are saying, maybe you should mind your fucking business.
Because
once they're offered a vote, because there's a lot of states who are implementing legislation, anti-abortion legislation, and there's absolutely no choice. There's no laws on the books. There's no one trying to fight for it. So,
and you can't.
Planned Parenthood. I'm speaking out of my ass. I don't.
You can gerrymander the fuck out of a state, but when it comes to a statewide election where everyone just gets to vote on a thing, you see that the actual the majority of people, whether it's close or not, in most places are actually not fucking diehard bullshit fucking religious conservatives. A lot of people want more moderate, and a lot of people don't want fucking inanity. And what's going on. And I think that we're going to continue to see that, like when it comes to climate change, when it comes to guns, when it comes to abortion, Republicans are not offering anything other than Hunter Biden, and they're going to impeach Joe Biden because of Hunter Biden. There's no real reason. They're just doing it to deflect from the Trump stuff. They have no solutions. They stick their head in the sand. They are going to continue to reap the benefits of that. And the world is falling apart for sure. And that's going to be a good issue for Democrats this year.
And the thing is like, I think that Biden has a good platform to stand on with accomplishments that he's done. And the problem is that during this whole election cycle, because we have to sit through Trump and it being the Trump show, once again, the Trump show, because, now he's indicted and he's going to be in fucking court and all this shit. Like, he's going to constantly be fueling the Biden is a crook and his fucking Republican counterparts have to keep feeding, "Ooh, the economy is terrible." And I don't know how you do it. I mean, they've gotten awfully quiet about the border, if you've noticed lately.
Yeah.
Like there's not a lot of talk about the border from the right anymore, because there's not that I'm saying there's not always going to be an issue, Texas, with border stuff, but overall, dude's doing his job. Like what's his name? The guy with the M name.
Like Mayorkas or something.
There
like
it is.
Yeah.
Like they
He's
want to
the head of Homeland
him.
Security.
Yeah, the head of Homeland Security. They want to impeach him because not because he's not doing his job, because they're like, oh, he is doing his job and he's a brown person. We hate that. Truthfully.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was easy to go after him when tens of thousands of people were coming in every week, essentially. And I think that I mean, like it's an issue neither side really wants to talk about.
But it's different when Mexico wants to work with us. If you notice that too, like Biden and like the U.S. and Mexico have a conversation going now, and it's different because Mexico didn't want to fucking work with Trump. Trump was being a dick.
Yeah. I mean, no, the entire world is just waiting to see what happens, and I think like there's plenty of reason for optimism if you are anti-Trump for the next election, because like in the end, like as much as polls are even, it's things like that Ohio vote where you're like, people like, again, people don't like Biden. We get it. People do not like Biden. They're clear about that, but they don't want what Republicans are fucking feeding them. And so once that becomes clear, and let them have can't wait for their debates. I love that DeSantis wants to debate Gavin. I think Gavin will fucking chop his fucking head off, and I'm here for that. I think that if like Trump can ignore it as much and let him be the nominee, you idiots.
Yeah, but we have to stop the people don't want Biden rhetoric, because
I know that.
We have to stop being like, we know people don't like Biden. No, why don't you like Biden? And it can't be because he's old.
But it's why when you talk to everyone, it's why. When you to everyone that I talk to, that's their number one thing that they say when they're
is that he's old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. So that's not an answer, because the thing is, it's like, look, you have to like compare notes from where we are when the stop forgetting about the pandemic. That's what I want to tell the world, is stop forgetting that where we were literally 4 years ago was way fucking different, bro. Like way fucking different. And it is better, but the world stopped and then had to start up again. So nobody knows how long that takes. Right. Nobody knows how long that takes. Nobody knows.
Right. And it's proving to take about half of Biden's presidency.
Yeah. Give him another fucking term. Yeah.
8 more years. Why not? Who knows? People are living really long these days. And also, who cares about
Feinstein fell again. So
yes, Feinstein fell. She's but that's the other thing, is like people want to be like, oh, our Biden, McConnell, Feinstein. Like,
McConnell got booed.
And
Biden to retire.
Oh, well, when he froze up, like he saw the Grim Reaper in the corner looking and staring him down during a speech, people are going to have their questions. Biden ain't done that. He stumbles over his words because he's an old stutterer,
Yeah.
But
he fell off a bike because he fell off a bike. What? Because he's athletic.
Did you see him with his shirt off on the beach? People wanted to be like, he looks good.
For 80,
I've seen people at the Eagle look way worse than Biden does. Okay,
absolutely.
Let me tell you that,
and they're way more fucking showy about what they got underneath.
Yeah, they're letting it all hang out in ways where I'm like, maybe don't let everything hang out.
We call it the business.
Let it out on the beach.
Yeah. And then we have fucking Trump doing speeches, sweating and then calling it out, being like, listen, it's 114 degrees in here, and the press is going to be like, he looks terrible and sweaty. It's like, yeah, you look terrible and sweaty. Bring a rag out, you fat fuck.
I love that he called Chris Christie a fat pig, only because he's a sweaty fat pig, and I don't like to say it. But when it comes to
uniform, remember the baseball uniform, the iconic Chris Christie in a baseball uniform with the fupa.
No, I'm talking about Trump. Trump,
I thought
takes
we were
one
big,
takes one to know one.
Oh,
Is all I'm
absolutely.
saying.
Absolutely. From one fat pig to another. They are two disgusting Republicans.
And I just I think Trump isn't sharp. Trump, his attacks used to be much sharper, and now he's just everything sounds like a retread, and it's just gonna get worse and worse. And as the noose tightens, I wish, around his neck, with all of these indictments, it's just gonna get sloppier and weirder and gross. And he's not gonna have to be he's not going to have the constant re-energy of a crowd, because he's going to have to spend a lot of his campaign season in a courtroom. And so it's going to be, it's not going to,
and his cult is not going to be able to relying on the fucking idols so much, all the portraits of him with Jesus and whatnot. Like, they're not going to be able to do that when he's fucking, when they have artist renderings that never make you look good, and some of those fucking, some of those artists are liberals, and they're like, let's make him look fucking awful,
Yeah, we're gonna get real
anyway,
scratchy and loose on the
well, listen, we have to talk about the other state that we mentioned, Alabama,
which is apparently just a giant WWE.
There was an incident, Casey. There was an incident. So apparently there is a riverboat tour that people go on
RBT,
and I believe the boat was named the Harriet. I do believe that is a truth statement.
Okay.
And they were trying to dock, right? Because it's a tour, so they're on a time schedule. So it's like, we got to fucking let these folks go, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
But there is a boat, a pontoon boat, that is in the way. And a security guard, a black security guard, is like over there by the boat trying to figure out who the fucking boat owners are, blah, blah, blah. And
okay.
Finally he's like, I'm just gonna fucking untie this boat and push it down a little bit. It's a fucking boat, push it
and
down.
And also, you're not supposed to be there.
Yeah, not supposed to be there.
These are a bunch of beer guzzling chuckleheads. Is that what they are?
Yeah. Like, it's a no load zone. Like, you're not supposed to be hanging out there for fucking ever. Like, it's move, right?
Got it.
And so while he's trying to like move the boat a bit, the boat owners, a bunch of white men, come down, and the guy's like, look, you got to move your fucking boat. And somehow that turned into the white guys taking a swing at the security guard.
Okay.
6 white guys on one black guy.
Okay. Like, never a good look, but
never a good look. So literally the guy like takes his cap, the security guard takes his cap off and throws up his cap, which was signaled every black person within a mile, it seemed like,
right,
including a guy from the riverboat who jumped off and was swimming to shore to have this guy's back. Then everybody, it was the most amazing call to action I have ever seen, and it was, to me, necessary, because that is a sign that they can be tired of the fucking bullshit. And
what was the thing with the chair? Was there a chair?
So Casey, when I tell you that like so many people came to the aid of this security guard, so many amazing fucking black folks that were just like, we are tired of that. Somehow a chair came out. Now that chair, I think, might have come from the riverboat. I'm not too sure.
Got it.
But a couple of people did get hit with the chair. Specifically, one white gentleman got hit in the chair, and then a white lady who, yes, was already on the ground, I think, because she might have gotten hit at this point. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because then the white folks started coming out too. It was like it was literally like suddenly there was a lot more white folks, and a lot of them were white women who were coming out to be aggressive as well. So anyway, she was on the ground kind of like already kind of dazed, and after the guy hit the dude, I mean, he just had momentum, and it just went down on the white girl's head too, an older white girl. So Republicans need to relax, because that vessel, her eggs are no longer viable. So calm down. She's useless. So I don't know why we care so much.
Yeah,
but here is the thing, Casey. That white woman that was hit in the head, of course, is stealing the thunder of the whole situation, because every white conservative in the world is up in arms. Think about your mothers. Think about your daughters. Think about this. What a horrible thing that they would beat a woman. Where was that woman?
Yeah, that's like
where was that woman before that?
Yeah, it's like
Go ahead.
It's just like, like when Ashley Babbitt died at January 6th, trying to fucking break down a fucking door to illegally enter the Capitol and to steal an election and try and kill Mike Pence. Oh, I'm sorry, she got shot in the face for trying to overthrow the country.
Yeah, I'm not gonna feel bad for that. Like Queen, where did you come from? What, like, did you have to run over and stick your nose in somebody's business? Because I believe that you were swinging and hitting on people before you got hit in the head with a fucking chair.
And I just want to say one thing, because you know what it wasn't, and if the tables were turned and it was a bunch of white people descending to protect, it would probably have been a gun. This was just a chair, okay? Just a chair. If we all fought with chairs, maybe be an even fight. Okay.
I mean, the fact that there were no guns at all in that situation.
That's in Alabama with a bunch of drunk on a river.
I mean, it's pretty amazing that there were that all we had to deal with was a chair to the head.
Chair to the head.
And here's another thing I just want to say, and we can move on from it. But like, there was one, to me, as a viewer, as an observer of the whole tape, was one white hero, and the internet's kind of mixed on him. So there's this white kid who was wearing he was an employee of the dock. You could tell that, like, he had on some kind of official vest or whatever. And when the white crowd pounced on the black security guard, this kid, and I believe he's a kid, I think he's under 18 or whatever, but he kind of raced in and tried to help the guy. One of the fucking hillbillies punched that kid, and then that kid saw he was not going to have any control, and the boat and everyone was running over. And I know what was going on in his head. He's like, he ran because he's like, I have to get out of here, because they're going to think I'm one of the white guys.
They're just going to think I'm one of the whites.
They're going to think I'm one of the white guys. And I am, but I'm not, but he did try, and he took a sock to the face, and he's a fucking kid. So it's and the thing is the community fucking helped that guy. And it's funny. Well, it's not funny, because three of the whites were indicted, but not on hate crime. Apparently they're known. They've done that before. They put their boat there before. Apparently this specific family has been a nuisance before, and has been the cops are tried to paint it over or whatever, but there was no paint over. So
they're one of the most powerful pontoon boat owning families in the greater.
yeah. So they were arrested and indicted or whatever. But as of the day that we are recording, which is August 9th, they haven't found at 10:37 a.m. Pacific time. They have not found the guy who hit the lady with the chair. And the TikTok memes are hilarious because like no one is talking. I guess they now know the guy's name, but no one is saying where he is. There is no one in Alabama who is trying to fucking snitch out this guy, and I'm here for it. No, fuck around, find out. You ran over to that bitch. Like you asked for it. I'm so sorry. Like that's how fights work. You don't just get off the hook now because you a lady because you got boobies.
That guy's the biggest hero for the left since that slide took out that cop in Boston.
First of all, how do you mess up a slide so bad?
It's the great mystery of our times.
That was the most intense thing I've ever seen. I was like, who comes zipping out that fast? They must have greased it up inside. It must have been.
I do not understand it, but it was great. And everyone just collectively really had a really good time with that. Like honestly, the thing I didn't like was all of a sudden everyone for the first time since Elon took over Twitter, everyone was sending me X's.
Oh yeah, X's.
And I was like, I want it on a different medium.
See, that's why I'm like I like the talk because the talk has been fucking hysterical but it's also been infuriating because of course you have the group of white folks that are out there being like they have to call everyone has to come and like beat them up like a gang. And it was like, wait, six white guys started this fight. Like those were it was a call to action. It was necessary. It needed to happen. And I hope, because I've been saying it forever, we need to put these racists back in their closets. I hope that this is the kind of shit that it's like, we're not going to take it anymore, because you got to have moments like this. I do believe you have to have moments like this. If it is instigated on you, you should be able to take care of it.
And I just want you like
with no guns.
Everyone, that's what I'm talking about.
With no guns.
Imagine how much fun America could be if we didn't have guns. We'd all be fighting like that because we all want to do it, but we're scared to do it because of the gun situation. I know that for me. But the biggest fucking entertainment in this country is two things: NASCAR and football. And WWE, where you watch because you want to see something get fucked up. You want to see people hit each other. You want to see people hit each other with chairs. And we don't do that regularly. It's not captured regularly because of the gun scenario. So guys, make America more WWE. Make the Second Amendment about chairs.
Yeah. Well, listen, guns were invented because white men became flaccid dicks and couldn't fucking fight with their hands anymore, and that's the fucking thing. So what we saw was the black community is still very, very ready to fight with their hands, and I'm here for it.
I don't want to make guns.
I definitely do not condone violence, and neither does the show. Blah 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 blah. Anyway,
kicked off of YouTube again.
Anyway, in our last minute, we do need to say that Maui is on fire, and that is a scary thing. The entire fucking island.
Add it to the list.
People are and Greece, and people are walking. They have to walk into the ocean. People are and in Maui, people are walking into the ocean before they're saved because this is why I don't fucks with islands. You know what I mean? This is why I don't fucks with islands.
There's no safe place.
I can't. Well, listen, I want at least an outlet to more land. You know what I mean? I want an outlet to more land.
Bitch, you ain't got no car. You ain't going anywhere.
Steal one. I'll find one. They're all electric now. You can just start them with your voice. You know how many times Siri is picking up someone else's voice these days? That fucking bitch just nosy. Anyway, the world's on fire. Recycle. Casey, we're done.
We are.
What do you got going on, babe?
I know last week I said that I had a show on Saturday and you should all come to it. It wasn't that Saturday. It's this Saturday coming up at 4D100 Club in Silver Lake on Saturday at 3 p.m. Come on down. So if you're listening right now, you can see me Thursday night. I'm hosting the Peacock Show at Club TG's at 8 p.m.
You're so busy. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with the Gay Power Half Hour because
we're missing next week, and then we're going to be on the week after that. So don't worry about it until the end of August.
Oh, well, what you made it seem like it was. Do you?
No, you're high and you exaggerate everything. You always turn everything around on me. You just willy-nilly go off to Vegas. You're like, we'll take pride off. You do whatever the fuck you want. The time that I want to do whatever the fuck I want are very few and far between.
Do you see what I deal with? Do you see this is why you should subscribe to our
Where's my chair?
This is why you should subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can see how venomous that looked. It was awful. Guys, I am the Tony Soto Show on Instagram and TikTok. And if you're all interested in anything I'm doing in drag, it's Tony Soto Productions on Instagram. And I mean, I'll come back when Casey wants me to come back because he's going to do what he wants.
2 weeks.
Goodbye.